And what I heard from you is you don't have a burning question, but you'd like to know if Spirit has a message for you. Mm-hmm. Can I ask you how you're experiencing the desire for that message? Like what happens for you through your sensory body when you feel the wanting for message from Spirit? What does that feel like?
A pretty strong feeling.
Yeah?
Yeah.
A pretty strong feeling. Is that a body sensation?
Yeah, body sensation, I would say.
Yeah.
But also just a burning desire to give me some guidance.
Mm. So I'm going to ask for everyone here to share that with you.
Okay.
You know, what does it feel like to have a burning desire?
Curiosity.
Curiosity. And how do you feel that in your bodies? You know, when you hear Sydnee.
Excitement.
Mm-hmm. Almost like not anxiety, but almost like a mixture of excitement and anxiety.
So there's nervousness, anxiety in there, and that's when you know that the resonance is strong. Right? The desire, hey, this is important to you. It's strong when it's coupled with some anxiety in there. When I feel that with you, I feel that in my ankles. I just feel like I got a pool of energy in my ankles. Now, why I'm asking you that question is when I channel for you, I tune into all of this. I tune into the sensations. I can feel Mass India that's kind of down through my right shoulder. And so there's a lot of sensory that goes on, and so I invite you to feel that with me. And I invite everyone here to feel that with us. Oh. This is not Mass India. Well, you better be feeling a strong desire because I do. My name is Gashtianga.
Hello, Gashtianga.
And I'm one of the 7 guardian spirits that has been with you since long, 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 long before your birth. And I'm not going anywhere. And it saddens me profoundly that so much of the time you tend to shy away from me. You tend to think that there's so much yet that you have to achieve, or so much yet that you have to aspire to, or so much yet that you have to somehow figure out, resolve, or when if you never achieve anything at all, you will have arrived nonetheless. Which is a bit of a tricky thing. How can you aspire? How can you have goals? And how can they mean something to you? And how can you work towards that when we're saying you've arrived? And so much of the time, you're motivated, but kind of not motivated at the same time. You want to move, you want to dance, you want to get up, you want to be active. So many things you want to do, and you want to do like nothing. And you're quite of an anomaly that way. Because you are an extremely, extremely, extremely old soul. You've not come here to work through karma. You've not come here to learn something new. You've come here to gift what you already know. You've come here utterly in service, and much of the time the way of humanity just seems utterly odd, strange to you. Why are we doing this? Why are we in relationships? Why do we have families? Why do we have school? It makes sense, but it kind of doesn't make sense. You want to be a part of it, but you don't want to be a part of it. You want to get engaged fully, and you're like, at the same time, we're such a free spirit. And a lot of the social norms not only have no interest to you, but pretty much disgust you. So where does that leave you? When I hear say to you that so much of the time you look away from me. Because you're used to doing it alone. And you've been used to doing it alone since you were yay. And you got used to not leaning into your caregivers for the support you need. Those fundamental needs that Dofila spoke earlier, you got used to not leaning right into those caregivers. Not necessarily because they weren't worthy of it, or not necessarily because they weren't offering you support, but it just wasn't the support that you needed, because they're not of where you are from. And so much of the time they really don't relate to the free spirit in you. And I know that your greatest joy in life doesn't come from a degree. It doesn't come from what you know. Though you can play along with that game, because the more you learn, the more you're aware of, the more access you have to greater freedoms within society. Because if you just exclude yourself, where's the freedom? You've kind of got to be part of it, part of the system, part of society, to have greater freedom in that. And that's where I am. I'm in your relationships. Where do you find me? In the lover, in the mother, in the father, in the sibling, in the friend, in the stranger, in Linda. So the more you connect, dare to connect, and learn all about relationship, ultimately to a primary partner. But your greatest joy is from making everyone a primary partner, in a way, you know. It's to treat every single person as primary, so that you stand in a circle with every single person, not one more important than the other. And that's who you are. But can you do that and lean into them, so that it's not just people leaning onto you or into you, it's you leaning into them too. Can they be so primary that you gift them with your utmost trust, even if they're not trustworthy? A lot of people aren't trustworthy. But you can't help but perceive them as your primary partner, each and every person. You can't help it. It's who you are. You can't help it. It's no one is secondary to. And so, therefore, you are apt to develop an interconnection with people that seeks to know their highest vibration. Can you lean into that, knowing it's there? Even if they're not trustworthy, even if they make mistakes. They're sure to hurt you. You're going to get hurt over and 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 over again for the rest of your life, because you're so open. But you cannot be open. You can't not be who you are. You're going to be open. You're going to get hurt. Can you let yourself get right in there? So that all of you stands before not just something like this. Not just something like this. Not just something like, but square, forward, in front, really facing people. Fully, I'm here. Do you understand what we're saying? And you're scared as hell. Good. that tells us you really want it. You could be disconnected from the fear and you could do something like, oh yeah, I don't get it. But you get it. You really feel it. You can really feel it. You're not here to assimilate. But you're not here to be a part either. You come from the Syrian Council. We're here on this earth during Atlantis, we believe that is what it's called. You're part of the Lemurian sisterhood. You're an ancient one. You're not meant to be apart. You're meant to share your teachings. You're meant to share what you see and what you sense. You're meant to share interconnectivity, togetherness. You're about harmony. You're about peace. And nothing else. That is my message to you.
Thank you.
Now I have a question for you. How deeply can you receive that message from 1 to 100? Can you receive it 100%?
Yes, I can receive it 100%.
Can you let your kidneys receive it 100%?
Yes.
And the back of your heart?
Yes. And the front. And all that's in between.
Then please stand with us. Look at everyone here and repeat these words. I'm not separate from you.
I'm not separate from you.
I'm not lesser than.
I'm not lesser than.
I'm not greater than.
I am not greater than.
And I'm not the same as you.
I'm not the same as you.
And I will not allow myself
And I will not allow myself
to withdraw
from
you. Oh, there's a nice big deep breath.
Thank you, everyone.
How are you feeling right now? There's a lot of
I was just
electricity
going
here.
to say very warm. I can feel that. Good. Lighter.
Lighter. And I can see you resonating with what the spirits were saying. When they said, do you understand? I was like, yeah, she does.
Thank you.
I felt your hug when you took me. I wanted to stay there longer, but I was a bit fleeting over. Really felt your presence.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You.